Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Monster Strike, let's look at the Fairy Tail collaboration, and then as usual we will pull the 10-shot and then we'll talk about the Hatcher and drop monsters. But first I have this Tokudama, so let's pull this. And then I want Natsu, the main character, the red element character, so hopefully we get him. Okay, this is Gajiru, I think, one of the 4 stars. Happy to have him. Alright, let's pull the 10-shot, let's see what we get. And go! Good, good. This is the other 4-star. Stop, 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 stop. Ah, well. Okay. So let's head over to the Monsterpedia. Let's see how these characters are. Alright. So first, let's talk about the Hatcher monsters. This is the 6-star Natsu. This is the one that I wanted the most. Fire bounce with no magic circle, super no warp, no block. And then also Dragon Slayer, Dragon Resistance, and then a bump combo boost. And then the bump combos are the super breath, and then the randomly firing explosion thing. The randomly firing one is so bad that it's almost like he doesn't have it. But the super breath is really good. And then with the bump combo boost on top of it, pretty strong bump combo. That doesn't necessarily make him a good farmer though. It's kind of short range, and then he's also a bounce. But that triple null is pretty nice, and that's the reason why I wanted him. Strike Shot, I don't know enough about it, but it looks like a lot of damage. It's also a speed and power up. And then all the Hatcher monsters, the 3 6-stars, they have a speed and power up. Okay, next up is Gray. Water bounced, no damage wall, no gravity barrier, and then Demon and Mancer Slayer M. Bump combo, follow-up Piercer, and then the Super Glacier. I think this is the one that hits 6 times. And then another speed and power up. And then the first enemy that he hits will get a giant meteor blade glacier thing. Okay, and then the last 6-star Hatcher monster is Elza. And then she is light bounce, super no damage wall, no warp, super no wind. Bump combos are maybe the worst of the Hatcher monsters, but it's the slice and dice shot, and then the super crosswave. And then Strike Shot, another speed and power up, and then all enemies are hit with some kind of slashing attacks. I apologize, I haven't seen any of the Strike Shots yet, but they might be the best thing about these characters. And then the thing about all of these 6-stars, they are all bounce, and then none of them have really good bump combos. So they're more geared towards higher difficulty quests. They're not going to be great for like everyday farming, so... If you want easy-to-use characters good for everyday stuff, I wouldn't pull in this Hatcher. Except we have the 4-star monsters. Here is Wendy, and then Wood, Pierce, Minesweeper M, no warp. But the thing that's great about her is her Involute Sphere bump combo. And yeah, if you missed out on Sailor Mars from the Sailor Moon collaboration, this is your chance to get that. Sailor Mars is probably the best 4-star monster in the game, purely because of that Involute Sphere. But now we have Wendy, she's the 2nd of that type, so yeah, you definitely want to pull her. And I can't remember if I have more than one Sailor Mars, but because I can get Wendy, I can use them together, that would be fine. And then the other 4-star monster here is Gajiru. And then he is a bounce with a super no warp, no wind, no magic circle. And then he has the chip saw, which is really interesting. He is a 4-star monster, so it's weaker than the average Chipsaw, and then he's also power type. But still, I think this could be a pretty strong bump combo. And then him and then Wendy. It would be great to use them with copy bump combos if you have other 4-star monsters with that, like Amaterasu or Beast or something. So yeah, these 4-star monsters, they're pretty good. They might even be better than the 5 stars. Would you want to make the 90 luck of those two? I think it's up to you. I do have the 90 luck of Sailor Mars, but that was more me wanting to get all of the 5-star Hatcher monsters, and then I just happened to get the 90 lucks along the way. It can be pretty expensive. I think you might want to pull maybe 10 shots before you can get the 90 luck of the 4-star monsters, but it's up to you. I think you would want to have like 3 individual copies of each if you can. Okay, next let's talk about the drop monsters. First is Lucy, and then she's like the mission / login character, so everybody's going to end up with the max luck of her probably. But she is yet another collaboration, light, bounce, null damage wall monster. But at least she has null wind and null magic circle, so that kind of differentiates her. Bump combo Star Laser L, it's so-so. And then a strike shot looks like her and then this cow guy split up and then go around the field. Charges up pretty quickly though, 12 turns, so she could be usable. Let's see, next up is Eileen Beduserion. This is a Fire Pierce with Minesweeper Null Block. That's not a super needed double null ability, so I'm probably going to skip this guy. Bump combo's not great, the Super Piercing 5. Strike Shot is a speed and power up, and then first enemy she hits will get some kind of extra attack, so probably going to skip this guy. Next, 5-star, Aikido Dragunity. He is Light Pierce with Null Warp and Null Speed Down Wall. That's still a super rare double null sling style combo, but it's so rare that I think you're never going to need to use it. Usually for double null ability combos that are pretty rare, you do want to fill that niche, but then there are niches that are so rare that they're never going to get used. I kind of get that sense from this guy. Bump combo is the Super Glacier Meteor, which will hit one person. He has a blast type, so that's extra damage. And then Strike Shot is another speed and power up, but where he stops, he creates an area and then puts guys to sleep. That's an interesting Strike Shot, but for other characters that also have like sleep Strike Shots, I've never really used them, so yeah, maybe a little bit too specialized. I'll probably skip this guy too. Okay, next is August, and this guy, he is the best max luck for sure. And then he's also the one where you beat once and then you get the single drop, so you want to farm him early and often. But he has Dark Pierce, Minesweeper Null Damage Wall, and the Copy Bump combo. That should be setting off alarms already. But yeah, Copy is one of the best bump combos in the game, and then it's so good that I think when they gave it to Magmel way back in the day, it was a mistake. It was too powerful for that time in the game. And so I thought they would never give Copy to another drop monster again. But the last year, like 2019 and now 2020, a lot of the monsters have gotten really strong. So even though it's surprising to see Copy on here, it's not shocking. But yeah, definitely you want to make the max luck of this guy. And then actually you might want to consider making the 90 luck of the 5-star as well, because he also has Copy. And so you can pair him with the 2 4-star Hatcher monsters, get out extra Involute Spheres or Chipsaws. But again, this guy is the single drop per run, so it might be difficult to make both the max luck and the 90 luck, but I'll leave it up to you. But yeah, he's the first 5-star monster to be a Pierce with the Copy Bump combo, so that makes him pretty special. Okay, next up. This is Zephyr Dragunity. Dark Bounce, Minesweeper, Null Warp. That's an okay double null ability, but you don't really need it that much. I have Hendrickson, who's basically the same, dark bounce with that double null, and I almost never use him. But this guy has the rebounding split attack, and that's not really a good bump combo, so probably going to skip this guy too. And then finally we have the Super Extreme, and Akuno Rogia, and he appears like after other quests from this collaboration, kind of like Dyna. And I hate that system so much for collaboration monsters that I'm probably going to skip this guy. Shishio from Rurouni Kenshin was set up the same way, and that just annoyed me so much that I never finished him. But this guy is a Dark Pierce with Null Wind, Flight, and Null Block. Also has Dragon Slayer, Dash, and Drain, but just because this guy has 6 abilities doesn't necessarily make him good. He does have the Wall Through Bullet, which is the same as a Paradox. That's an okay bump combo, but he is a power type, so it'll be less powerful. And then another speed and power up strike shot, and then it hits everybody. So that's kind of cool, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to want to make this guy and use him, so I'll be skipping him as well. I'm almost done with the max look of Dyna, and then she's another Dark Pierce with Flight and Null Block, so I think I have my bases covered as far as this guy. Okay, so I think that is it for a look at this collaboration. Maybe on the whole a little underwhelming, but some bright spots, like the 4-star Hatcher monsters, and then August, both versions that have the copy bump combo. Okay, I think that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.